Hi, Assalamualaikum. Let me introduce our group members. First, Humaira Maisara binti Othman, our leader group members. Second, Nurul Ashikin binti Azhar. Third, Nur Syahira binti Muhammad Azmi. Okay, so what the objective of this presentation? Objective presentation is the sources of document involved in the business of Giacomi Trading in July 2020, where the business sells sport equipment. What is the sources of document? Sources documents are typically retained for use as evidence when auditors later review a company's financial statement and need to verify that transactions have in fact occurred. They usually contain the following information: a description of business transaction, the date of the transaction.
Thank you to Shahira. Now it's my turn to continue presenting our presentation today. As you can see, this is our logo. We customized to create our own logo with great complexity and interest. Blue. Blue color is a symbol of loyalty and wisdom in the company business organization. Red. Red color means courage and willingness to face all the high risks in a business. White. White color is a symbol of purity and integrity of the company and carry out its duty. In sources document have 11 sources document. Let me tell you what are the 11 sources of document in business. First is sales order, purchase order, delivery order, invoice, cash bill, sales return, which is a credit note, purchase return, which is a debit note, official receipt, payment voucher, memo, and the last one is check. Is it sources document important in business? Yes, of course. The sources document is a good internal control and provide evidence a transaction occurred. Providing sources document to your bookkeeper or accountant in a timely manner assists them in preparation of financial statement and accurately analyzing your business activity. Giacomi Trading, who sells sport equipment, and this is a list of sources of document involved in July 2020. 1 July 2020, we purchased a delivery van totally 55,000 ringgit Malaysia in credit from Tan Cheng Motor. Tan Cheng Motor provide invoice to collect payment. Invoice is a document given to the buyer by the seller to collect payment. We may receive an invoice from the supplier if you purchase and send the invoice to the buyer if you have a sale order. In July 4, we placed an order and sent an order to Mukmin Supply for the purchase of new sport equipment, model GTE 101A. Price 13,000 ringgit Malaysia. Sources document involved is purchase order. Purchase order is a commercial document and first official offer issued by a buyer to a seller indicating type, quantities, and agreed price for product or service. Purchase order, pesanan pembelian yang diberikan oleh buyer kepada seller. On July 10, Mukmin Supply received a purchase order from us, but we did not make the payment. The sources document involved is the invoice. The invoice we received from Mukmin Supply for them to collect payment from us. The amount of payment that we have to pay is 13,000 ringgit Malaysia and 3,000 for the shipping. That is the equipment and payment for delivery service. On 16 July, we paid Mukmin Supply in cash in the amount of 13,000 ringgit Malaysia and 300 delivery service. The document involved are official receipt. Official receipt is issued by the seller to the buyer as written evidence on sale of properties, as well as acknowledgement on collection of cash payment on service rendered. We will receive an official receipt after payment is complete.
Thank you, Maisara, for the present her document. So, the transaction given is on 19 July 2020. We, as a Giacomi Trading, paid rent to shop owner, Berjaya Developer, 2,000 ringgit Malaysia by check. The document of this transaction is check. Let me explain about check. Check is a document that orders a bank to pay a specific amount of money from a person account to the person in whose name the check has been issued. So here's we know that we, as the Jacomi Trading, using a check my bank with the price 2,000 ringgit Malaysia on 19 July 2020. Next, the transaction given is on 25 July 2020 is we sold office equipment model GTE 101B and model GTE 101C to Azmin Trading by a credit RM 6,000. The document of this transaction is invoice. So what is the invoice? Invoice is a document issued by a seller to a buyer relating to a sale transaction and indicating the products, quantities, and agreed prices that had provided the buyer. So this may specify that the buyer has a maximum number of days which is to pay before the due date. We can look the invoice. The invoice date is on 25 July 2020 and invoice due date on 6 August 2020, and Azmin Trading should pay before the date is coming. We put the two items is model GTE 101B and model GTE 101C in description box. The unit price of this both item is 2,000 ringgit Malaysia. Total amount, the item is 6,000 ringgit Malaysia. And then, this invoice will bill to Azmin Trading at Perindustrian Pasir Gudang, Johor. Okay, the transaction given for the next is about on 27 July 2020. Azmin Trading returned an office equipment because of the wrong specification and color. The value of the equipment was 3,800 ringgit Malaysia. The document of this transaction is credit note. What is a credit note? Credit note is actually as a sources document for the sales return journal. This also a receipt given by a shop to a customer who has returned goods. We can look this document credit note here. So, on date 27 July 2020, Azmin Trading was give document credit note for our business Jacomi Trading. Here, we can see Azmin Trading put in description box about one item of his equipment which contains wrong specification and color. The price of this item is 3,800 ringgit Malaysia. And also Azmin Trading giving a number bank account and bank account from my bank to make sure that we from Jacomi Trading can refund it with money or refund the goods. So, the next present I will give to Nurul Ashikin.
Thank you to Shahira. My name is Nur Ashiki binti Nur Zahar. My registration number is 25 DPM 20F 2013. The question is at 38 July. Jacomi Trading has announced to pay bonus a month salary to all the workers. The document involved is memo. Memo is a short document that is used to transform information within an organization. As recorded in the memorandum, the company has issued that there will be a bonus at the end of the month. The one that required the memo is employee from the Human Resource Department, which is Encik Jairani. Okay, next is check. Jacomi Trading has received a check from Azmin. Azmin has settled his debt by check at 30 July 2020. At 35 July, Azmin Trading has bought an office equipment by credit. The amount is 6,000. And at 27 July, Azmin Trading has returned an office equipment worth 30,800. So, the amount that Azmin Trading has to pay is only 2,200 only. The last one is at 30 July. Jacomi Trading has paid salary worth 10,000 ringgit Malaysia using cash. The document involved a payment voucher. Payment voucher is a document that is made when a payment was made but no receipt was issued. As recorded in the slide, the method of the payment is using cash. And the one that be receiving the payment voucher is the employees. The payee is Jacomi Trading. The salary was approved by Encik Adam, which is from Human Resource Department. The payment voucher also need manager of Jokomin Trading signature, which is Encik Jailani. That's all from me. I give the presentation to Humaira Maisara.
Why do we need to do and record the sources of document? There is 5 reasons. First, keep track of your deductible expenses. Unless you record them when they occur, you may forget expenses when you prepare your tax return. Number 2 is identify sources of your income. You will receive money or property from many sources. Your record can identify the sources of your income. You need this information to separate business from non-business use, received and taxable from non-taxable income. Number 3. Monitor the progress of your business. You need good record to monitor the progress of your business. Record can show whether your business is improving, which is item are selling, or what change you need to make. Good record can increase the likelihood of business success. 4. Prepare your tax return. You need good record to prepare your tax return. This record must support the income, expenses and credit your report. Generally, these are the same record you use to monitor your business. The last one is support item report on your tax return. You must keep your business record available at all time for inspection by the IFRS. If the IFRS examines any Malaysian Financial Report Standard Framework was introduced by the Malaysian Accounting Standard Board MASB and came into effect on 1 January 2012, which if the MFRS examines any of your tax return, you may be asked to explain the item report. A complete set of record will speed up the examination.
Okay, next. What will happen if there is no sources of the document in the business? Okay, the first one is can't keep track of your every expenses. That means you will probably forget about every expenses in the company while going in and out of money. The second is unable to identify your sources of income. So, you will receive money from many sources. Your record can identify where your income sources come from. So, without documents, we will not be able to identify our source of income. And the thirdly, we cannot monitor every step and progress in the business. That means monitoring of cash inflows and outflows, expenses, sales, revenue, company debt, rental, reversals of capital, net or gross profit, good or not equipment, and also resources coming from our employees. We can monitor the sources of document that should be in our business.